All right, lads. Season 6 of the BBPN. Yep, they finally made it. We are here to the Final 8 playoffs. Yeah, it's only a Final 8 this year, but that's because it was 21 matches to actually get here. It was a long road. Indeed it was. We had quite the enjoyable time. We'll go through the intro, and then we're going to start reviewing the teams for you. And we're going to have a bit of fun with it too, alright? Let's have some fun. Alright, so far, 6 of the 8 teams have gotten the invitations in there. It's been a hell of a time getting there, but, I'll show you all the teams in there. So, let's start it off here. We're going to show you one of the first ones. This was the winner of the Hooligan Division this year, much to their own bloody surprise. Yes, indeed, it was their own surprise. Yeah, you made it for the start of the cast there. Don't worry, the room's open for you if you want, Cadet. You can always dive in there. I left the booth door open. Should be beer in the fridge. Chaos Warriors of Doom. Luke, Quad 4, actually, believe it or not, made it. Yeah, he did. Even he's surprised. Team value at 1560. He's got plenty of money there. Remember, it's only 3 games to win the silver here. Let's take a quick little inspection there of the team. Now, here's a fun bit of history for this brilliant squad of his. Right in the first round, he was averaging losing a Chaos Warrior. Started off just a minimum, just an injury. Started becoming just outright bloody crippling injuries to outright deaths. For most of the entire first round and most of the second round, it was a rough ride. Ended up with the Hooligan Division, comes out the winner. He has rebuilt the team very well. 3 rerolls, cheerleader, coach's assistant, of course, because he has a low fan fact. He didn't expect to have too much. Overworked apothecary, hasn't done much in there. And of course, as you can see, the club, yep, he has upgraded finally up to level 2. But like he said, he's been constantly having to replace his team. So he never really got farther than that. But as you can see, the surviving players, and I do stress the word surviving players, you can say the Chaos Warriors. Remember that they started here 1 through 4. This is how he started. 1 through 4 was Chaos Warriors. You now see at one point, this is the lone survivor. This one right here. Good old King Chaos Doom Warrior, the one survivor. Claw, Mighty Blow, Block. The rest of them, they're all replacements. Yeah, indeed, he's actually replaced every Chaos Warrior. And this one's a cripple. AV decrease. Over here, yeah, he's got the skills. This one, he's got Block. But like I said, he started 1 through 4. That is the only survivor through the season. Everything else, replacements. And this one, he'd love to fire, but it's a little late now, isn't it? Maybe I'll take a look at the other skills in here. The Basement. As you can see, they've taken a bit of punishment here, but he has slabbed on a couple of replacements and gotten some good players for it there. Sure Hands, this is the backup because he's learnt with this one. Yes, the Big Hands. This was also an early replacement. Remember, this is where the Chaos Warriors were. This is an early replacement. He's done well, but anytime he gets clobbered, that's it. The game's over for him. So this is why he's got him as replacement. And as for the rest of the crew there, as you can see, he's got the 1 block with the guard. He's got the 1 dirty player. He's got Wrestle. And then, of course, a couple of cripples here and there. The feeling is, how well can the team do? Well, hopefully he's going to nicely surprise us. All right, this is Griff's crew. Yes, and Griff. Well, defenders, but they're well known for being the Griff crew there. Yes, only 10 to 20 TV. They have crept up to actually having TV. Amazing as that actually sounds there. He's got plenty of cash. He is well and truly ready for 3 games. As you can see there, yeah, it's got the stadium, Fendway Stadium, with, of course, Snuffles Altar. It's obvious why it helps him recruit Griff when he needs him. He's coming in here. He's got 1 damage, and unfortunately, it's the kicker of all things. He'd love to fire him, but you know what? He's going to hang on to him and see what happens. This is where it's funny. It's because, let's face it there, the bloody peasants, all of them there, battered beyond belief, coach doesn't care one iota, and God bless him. You really want the history of this team? Like, it's an amazing scatter look. Look at this. 12 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses, qualified through the main divisions. First round, second round, third round, all through the main divisions. That is not the record you would have expected from this team, but there it is. A compliment to the coach indeed of just how well he's made this gimmick team, if you can call it that, actually bloody work. And my God, has it actually worked. He's got cheerleader, he's got coach assistant, decent fan factor considering. The apothecary is there for the sole purpose of protecting the odd player who's somewhat useful. And of course, one team reroll because he likes having the TV so low that anything else, quite frankly, from his viewpoint, is bloat. And he's not wrong. He's really not. Well, like I said, the results seem to speak for themselves here. It really is a pretty scary bunch of results he's got now in this team. Taking a look at the peons who have survived there, you can see, yeah, it's a lot of battered, bashed, doesn't care. Until you're very, very dead, he doesn't fire you. He really doesn't. But then take a look what he starts picking up here. Wrestle, wrestle, wrestle. Well, there's a logic to it. Wrestle has the one purpose of getting you down the ground, and then, of course, he dirty player fouls you to death. That is the one sole goal, and he can afford to replace players all day. Yeah, kill everyone, we shall be appeased. Yeah, exactly. That is his plan. It's a good plan. It's a highly endorsed plan. Everyone supports this plan. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Message for you, sir.
Yeah, that basically is what we hope doesn't happen to Griff, unfortunately. Remember, Griff has been erratic, is the description. And this is what this team is based on. Griff is supposed to be the star, but then again, like I said, smart coaching, he came up with a second alternate plan. And look at the skills. He's only 1 touchdown short. Will we see him get a second skill? That's a good question. I'm asking all of you. Will he get the second skill? Who knows? All right. All right, let's bring up team number 3 here. Yeah, again, another big surprise here, straight out of the Hooligan Division. Again, not the team you expected to come out of it, but Hooligan Division third round was absolute comedy. The 2 top favorite teams that stormed through the first round of Hooligan totally collapsed. Well, almost totally collapsed. One completely collapsed, and the other one, they did fine right to the last game, and then it was this team, spectacular coaching by the coach here, that took them out here. 16-17 TV, 230K in the kitty. He's ready for a hell of a drive. Mind you, he's still shocked he's here. Remember, he came in 8th place, basically, so he gets to take on probably number 1. Yes, he's not looking forward to, but we'll see. Yeah, collapsed, dead works. Yeah, exactly. They elderly collapsed here. 7 fan factor, well, considering where they came out of, that's not surprising. 3 rerolls, it's a bit low for him, admittedly, considering his kids left and needs them all. And he's got an overworked apothecary. This has also been another team that has had to rebuild from almost total collapse. You who watched the cast all season saw what happened to this team time and time again. And you can see the evidence is still there of how crippled and beat up this team has gone. Like, look at this one here. Yep, strength 4, but notice a bit of a problem there. He's had his neck broken twice. AG 1. So remember, he makes a leap on a 5. He leaps on a 5, which is unbelievable. But yeah, he can actually do it there. He does have that ability. But that's why he won't fire him. He's a strength increase, so he has 1 job. Also, he's got block, so again, he can't fire the player. So he'll never get the ball, which is a shame. However, if there's ever a touchback, that's the player you give the ball to, because he's got block and strength 4. That's the logic behind him. He's had a hell of a run, isn't he? And then you take a look at the rest of his team here, and you start seeing the logic here. He's got the brilliant Paxton. We had to talk about this here in the review. He needed the bear to start actually delivering, and he did finally. Block, stand firm, and guard. He's finally started delivering. Is it enough to carry the team? We're going to find out, certainly. And then, of course, you see the key core of blitzes, the 2 surviving blitzes. Over the course of the season, he has had more blitzes, but that's all he's got left right now are these 2 here. One's got White Blow. The other one, now, this is the one who does the dirty work for him here. Piling on, Yeah, go Paxton. Yes, thank you. Okay, I wonder where that was coming from there. Of course, AG decrease here. So yeah, you can see where the damage is, but you won't get rid of him because this is the one who hopefully picks a good play and takes him out. How indeed. Welcome to the review. Here's a star catcher. If this catcher stays on the field, he does amazing things. Absolutely. This is the other player who has saved him games, is why he's here. AG4 lineman with, of course, wrestle and the strip ball. He's the cage diver. If you don't have sure hands, this is the lad who pops the ball free and then risks the business, and this coach takes it to heart, and that's why, again, why he's here. The rest of his team, like I said, very banged up, very crippled. Can he do it, though? It's a big possibility, because let's take a look at his actual results here. It is the lowest result of a qualifying team. 6 wins, 7 draws, 8 losses. Yet here he is. Yeah, it's amazing what can come out of the Urgan division there. Some would say, maybe that's not the team that should have made it. Well, it all comes down to he played it solid, he's earned his place. No one would ever argue that one there.
That's why we have the hooligan.
Oh, yeah. Hello, welcome on board. So, yeah, here's who else we've got here. Yep, Calm Yorick. Yep, he's here again. He qualified through the regular division. That's now, what, the second time he's done that? Not through the Urgan division, though he says that's his house. And yes, it's Ogres. Who else would he be playing? 1780 TV and 160 in the kitty here. Let's take a quick little review here of the squad. And oh, good lord, he is loaded for bear, isn't he there? He's got all 6 ogres, and yeah, you can see they've all skilled up. If I recall right, he only lost the 1 ogre during the course of the entire season. That's been big for him there, and he's just slowly but surely powered up the rest of the ogres here. Almost all got God, except for the one with pass, of course. He's got the 1 blocker, everyone else break tackle, and then of course, yeah, your favourite nobblers. He's gone through these like M&Ms at a gift shop, but they're still here. They're still alive. He's got 1 or 2 of them there with some decent skills, at least the survivors anyway. 4 rerolls, Bothkerry, and of course 8 fan factor. Looking at the statistics, of course, yeah, either won or loss. There is no in between ever with this squad. Never a tie. 11 wins, 10 losses. It's a solid record. And lo and behold, he's actually here. He actually bloody well made it. Bloody miracle. Hey, welcome on board, Cadet. Do you wish to join the show for a bit? Do you have an insight into this squad?
This squad is amazing. They've only gone bare all season long. And the idea that Cum York has finally got a team up to 1780, I expect him to win, if not make it to the finals with this team.
You think this is the year? This is finally his year? You really think it is?
Every year he's like, I just didn't have enough time to get TV. I just haven't had enough time. We extend this season, the longest BBPN season ever. And boom, here he goes. 1780. He has no excuses. He can do it. I have faith. He can do it this season.
There you go. You heard it called there, and you're one of the coaches actually in this mess here. So you're basically picking him over yourself here. That's a scary little prediction.
I'm that big of a fan.
No, I think we all are. Anyone who's been through the Liga division, it's his house. Though he'd like to complain about who messed up the drapes last time, apparently. All right, Hammer Time came in with his Norse squad. We're going to talk a bit about the history of this, because this is yet another one of those recovery teams. 1940 TV. That's a hell of a TV for a Norse team there. 90k. And I'm going to show up the roster here because everyone else needs to hear the story about this team. At one point, he was down so many crippled or killed players. There was the one game he fielded no less than 5 loners on the field. This is how crippled this team got. And yet here they are in the finals. Anything you'd like to say about this team there, Cadet?
This team is full of murderers and assassins. I literally watched 3 games where this guy just tore his opponent apart. It was just disgusting.
He's even destroyed dwarves. That's saying something.
Yes, it was dwarves, dude. teams. He just picked them up. The bodies just said go to dugout.
Here's a fun bit of history. I had my own personal game. I reduced this team down to all of 3 players left on the pitch. 3 players. He still beat me by a point. He still got the touchdown. I couldn't stop him. This is how phenomenal he plays this team here. 3 rerolls, 8 fan facts, which is not bad considering everything there. He's got the apothecary. Of course, statistics, yeah, you can see there, 13 wins. Remarkably 13. Well, yeah, but he kills his team. Yeah, pretty much. 4 draws, the 4 losses. Anything spectacular there for the club? Let's take a look there. I figured as much. Yep, he's got the beer stance and he surf. The supporters get +1 trying to injure the little bastard, as the dwarves will testify, unfortunately. And look, you're right. You've got that right there, lad. It's just a kill team now. At least the survivors. And the survivors, good lord, when you take a look at it, you can tell which of the players somehow got through from the start of the season. The rest of them, all acquired during the first, second, and finally the third round. Any final insights you got? Do you think he could do it?
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely. This team can do it, especially with how the bracket's set up. I'm looking at a ogre Viking semifinals right here. This is going to be a great.
So you're figuring it's going to be him and the ogres, and they're what's going to decide it. Whoever wins gets the silverware. Doesn't matter who's in the finals.
Right now that's just my prediction. There's a lot of great teams. I want to see those 2 teams.
Oh, we can hope so. Oh, we can hope so. All right. Here's a team after your own heart. Yeah, there you lads, right there. Rock Tough, 1560 TV, 70k. But as everyone who's been watching the cast have seen, boy, have you had a rough road getting here. With the exception of the other dwarf team, and boy, would he like to file some protests about a few things here. I've never seen a dwarf team so mangled and yet still qualify. Any interesting insights you've got on your poor lads there?
It's been rough. Like, I'm not used to playing TV down every single game except for Defenders. I think it was the only game I did.
Yeah, you're so used to it. I can understand that. Most dwarf coaches, especially in a 21-game-long season, you'd be expecting to be much higher than this. Only 1560 TV, and I do say that. Only 1560. 70k, you've got 9 fan factor. Believe it or not, that makes you one of the higher fan factors in this, much to your own surprise there. And yep, the voice there, the chat is stop stealing your armor there from the elves. Apparently that's your problem. You've got your overworked, probably drunk apothecary, 3 rerolls, cheerleader, and coach's assistant. And you've got, I got to admit, a formidable runner. It seems to be this is your solution to the problems you have. A passing game.
He has bailed me out of so many situations. I owe about 3 games to winning from just passing. He probably leads the league in passing right now. Just saying.
It would surprise me. We can just take a little quick look at the lad here and show off his statistics there. Yeah. As you can see, he's got all of 7 passes, and yet that's saying something for a non-elf. That indeed is saying something. But then again, I have seen him when he howitzes. He's a miracle worker, and you're right. He's probably saved you more games than anything else. And then, of course, you've got your new crew of troll slayers. The less said about what happened to the last one, the better there. And then, of course, you've got your high speed blitzer, movement 6. That's high speed, trust me. And then, of course, you've got your surprising long beard crew. Like, some of your skill choices have got people completely perplexed. But don't worry, some of them make perfect sense. The other ones are going, why? I guess your answer is why not?
I can definitely explain a lot of them. I had one with Pro that was amazing, but Hammer Time decided to kill him off. The dodge and stand firm guy is just really good at holding down a big guy. And the frenzy jump up is just to help with your extremely slow.
Settle it in Smash!
Yeah, absolutely decided. Yep, that is basically what they do. Do you think they'll actually get pretty far? You're hopeful, but your lads are probably in the locker room listening to your little predictions. Your predictions hot, predicting them winning it.
I don't believe dwarves can win a real league. I just played them because I thought it'd be fun.
Well, they are fun, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed my one little run with them there, but they're such a bizarre team because you have to, after a while, start thinking. And that's probably the biggest problem. You think you can do it automatic. No, you have to think. Speaking of thinking, though, I think someone wants to go and take a look at the dice arrays. Yep. Here's good old J Town Oki, and yep, 1470 TV. He's a low TV for a Wood Elf team. Well, considering what happened to him in the last game, that's probably why. 180k. And let's take a look at his wonderful Diabolical roster. Fun fact here, yeah, pretty much the #1 pick. At least he was going in until the final 8 was fully decided. His last showing, though, has maybe shown a chink in his armor, if you could call it that here. Quick little review of the team. He's got the okay tree. Hasn't done anything spectacular this season, just has the one skill. Then, of course, there's the Abomination War Dancers, and as many I hear a dwarf coach cheered in the background. Look what happened, a niggler on one of the AG5s. He is missing for the first game there. And then, of course, he's only got the one left there, the Frenzy one, of course. And then he's got the two brilliant catchers. Both have guard, both have blodge, so they're doing a great job. He's got the thrower. They finally realised by him show of hands, because trust me, that cost him more games than anything else. And then, of course, he's got the one blodger for the lineman. He's got the one decent ball retrieving kicker, and then the rest of them are all fillers. 8 fan factor there. 1 apothecary, highly overworked apparently. And 3 team roles. Now, as a dwarf coach, I imagine you've got some very, very shaded opinions about that, but everyone wants to hear them, so go ahead.
Well, you know me. I'm really an elf coach, just coaching a bunch of dwarves. If that doesn't make sense for my runner, but this team's set up to win. He can absolutely win with this team. It's just how many ones does he roll in that game? I've seen him plenty of times on your cast roll tons of ones and lose the game.
It's not like I'm trying to pick the game deliberately. I'm just going, hey, this looks like it might be an interesting fight. Go to it. And you're right. He more than lives up to live and die by the one. His double ones are what are killing him time and time again. And the shame is, I think, in that last game against Fort, he actually could have won that, or at least tied it. But then he made 1 or 2 minor tactical slips, so maybe it's a chink in the armor. Maybe. And yeah, as you're mentioning, 13 wins, 6 losses. Yeah, you're right. The ones kill him on those losses, and 2 draws. But I don't know. You really think this team can go the whole way? You really think so?
He's got the skills to do it. He's got everything he needs. It's just, can he make smart tactical elves stay on the field for him to win?
No, it hasn't been too critical for him occasionally. We've seen him score with very less, and then, of course, I don't know if it's your partner in crime or your nemesis, considering every game you played him, you were a draw every time you banged into him, literally. There we are, strong style with Vort, the upset win to get in as the 6th and last place in the fall division, 1760 TV, 10k. Now we got to ask you as a professional dwarf coach, what do you think of this bunch of rejects that at least did the miracle?
I think they have just as good as chance as as the other dwarf team is getting in. This one has a death roller, so that's more interesting. He's got a lot more TV underneath his belt, but I definitely think they can play.
They might do it. Yeah, we've seen Vort. Everyone was picking Vort to lose that game, hands down, except for himself, and he did it. And you can see there. Yep, this is where he gets fun. Really fun. His home stadium there has the Astro Granite. Not what you'd think you'd be buying. Nope, took Astro Granite. So yep, anytime you fail GFI, you're likely breaking your armor. So it's an odd choice for a dwarf team, but you know what? He figures he can take it, and no one else can. That's what she said last night. Final statistics, though, yeah. As you can see there, 8 wins, 7 draws, 6 losses. And believe it or not, no, it's not the worst record getting in, but it was the bottom for the final division there. And it is pretty impressive team, his survivors, but as you yourself suffered, he took quite a few bad kills too. He lost a couple of good skilled players along the way. So, can this crew at least survive through, you think, the first round there of 8? Or you think it's just a one and done, he served his purpose, he hurt an elf?
That's a good question. I'm actually going to pull up the bracket real quick and see who he plays in the first round.
Yes,
Getting him allowed to do that?
Yeah, he's allowed to do that, folks. He could actually go check the brackets. He helped arrange everything there.
Oh, I have him playing the elves in the first round. Oof, I don't know.
So it's a rematch. Vort drew the elves again, did he? Oh, he's got to be looking forward to that matchup. He's got to be looking forward to it. But yeah, let's take a look there. Quick little review, as you can see. Again, a Bill Bexley speed dwarf for a blitzer there to keep up the runners. You can see his problem. But we'll double check that there. I'll check with Cadet. Cadet's got to know what the bracket all is. I haven't got it up here. Normally I try and do a cut and paste, but I didn't have enough time there. Here's his biggest problem he's got. It's like he's got runner number 1. Movement allowance, but he smashed his ankle, so he's still movement 6. So basically, his movement increase is just a 30k bloat, which is pretty funny. His other runner, of course, well, he doesn't have the movement increase, but yeah, he broke his ankle and his hip too along the way, so he's got a movement decrease. So it's as was mentioned before in one of the previous casts, Vort's biggest problem with his runners is they're both busted. they did get pretty banged up. And as for his lineman, Longbeard crew, well, they're not as robust as your lads there, clearly. Yeah, they took a couple of hits on the chin during the season and a couple of deaths too. But I don't know, which one led deaths, against? Was it your crew or his crew? Because you're both, you were neck and neck there for a while there.
I don't know. Hammer Time really did a number to me, so I can't remember. I just know everybody has way more TV than.
Oh, it seems like everyone's got way more TV sometimes, yeah. But one hell of a drive there. So now we're just going to wait for everyone else to finally, accept all the tickets and get in there. And hopefully we have our first kickoff. When is it going to be, our first game? Is it looking at Saturday or Sunday?
That's a good question, but I'll have if everybody's accepted their tickets, I'll set up the tournament.
So as soon as everyone accepts and goes for it there, yep, you can tune in on the channel here, you'll get all the crazy quests, and yes, people will be cheering for you, especially if you play against those bloody elves. You're sensing this channel is a bit of a grudge against wood elves for some reason, yep. Got brackets under the announcement. See that? There we go. There it is right there. Anyone go take a look. You can all find out where you are. Yeah, I can see the Griff fan club is cheering. Are you amazed as anyone else that the crew of Griff and company is here? Let's face it, they're the biggest surprise of the entire thing.
I'm really surprised they made it too, but that guy's a really, really good coach.
Mm-hmm.
He even surprised me, so no doubt he deserves to be here. How far?
It's like you look at his statistics, and that's what's so scary. I had to bring it up on the board there. 12 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. Only 6 losses for this crew. 12 wins. How do you explain that? It's one of the better records coming into this thing.
Oh, so I was corrected. BBPN Strong Style plays the Ogres. So it's official. They have no chance to win. The Ogres are just going to walk.
So you figure Vort wants all that effort, he's just going to bang in the Ogres, and that's it. That's his lot. He's done.
At least he gets the honor to play Cognacs Ogre.
You can see Honor of Dying. Oh, you a sweetheart there. But at least you can tell him with pride he did his job. He finally gang-banged and really fornicated one of those elves. Like let's face it, one broken elf, that's gotta hurt him, especially being the AG5 War Dancer. With a Niggler. Oh, that's foul bait if you've ever heard of it.
Every time.
All right, so you got any crazy final words there? We'll just let everyone go and dig out here. Do a little bit of a send-off there. Any final words you've got for them all?
Good luck to all the teams that made it. It's been an extremely long season, but I'm glad we made it to the playoffs. I'm excited to see how the teams play out and who comes out the winner with this super high TV, the longest or the highest we've ever had.
Yeah, it definitely says for a BBP Season 7 there, yeah, I think we're going to like these long seasons. It was a long grind, but look at the talent that made it. Some of them not as you predicted. Anyway, thank you for joining us there, Cadet, as always. And Nuffle, bless all your dice, and your final sign-off is...
Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but never bet against me.
Yeah, you heard it there. Don't bet against them. Really. Dwarves, finals, be there.